they do
And
function a
Ultimate
little
Link
bit
now
differently,
as well. So.
weirdly enough. But yeah, oh yeah, but here we go. Team Shuton versus Team Miya. Small battlefield to start things off. Welcome to the crew battle. Free Delta number 9, day 0. But we are in game number 1, and here we are with Gotcha P to start things off for Team Miya, the Lucario specialist. And you talk about a lack of real development in the meta for Lucario. I mean, it's a character that we have seen succeed in tournament settings. My mind immediately goes to Vivi from New York, someone who has been who had early success with the character. A few top 12s, here and there, but it's a character that you don't see used very often. There's a very real reason why it is so fragile.
Then again, because of the basically the comeback mechanic that Lucario has, once you're on last stock and the percents are even, opposite character becomes fragile, and it's a hard character to use. That's why, as you had mentioned, there's not a lot of reps. Gotcha P does make it work, even though he did lose his first stock. He does have Gluto at kill percent, especially if he's able to get a back air or one of Lucario's other strong moves.
Yeah, it feels almost a little bit like recompense for Glutonny, considering what Wario was in Smash 4. It was like you weren't fighting with 2 stocks against Wario. You had 1.5, because that waft would take that thing at, like 40-45%, depending on the stage. So you're talking about a character who, they can absolutely mess you up at a lower percent. But right now, if you're Gotcha P, you don't have that advantage. You are struggling to take the stock, and really, it's Glutonny that's doing a good job of keeping those bigger strings from happening, keeping that big hit from coming about. Even though you do have, I think they will have to change it to crew battle rules eventually, considering that they are on a 7-minute timer. I don't think you can camp out in a crew battle, although I will say Glutonny is trying to damage.
Yeah, you say they can't camp out, but we haven't seen Ken on the sticks yet, so we'll just have to see.
I was trying to avoid that.
Yeah, it is. Amazing DI coming in from Glutonny to be able to avoid that, but unfortunately not as good DI coming in from I don't think any DI would have saved him, but yeah, so now Gotcha P is down 1 stock. Okay, Gluto didn't want to lose that, because I'm sure everybody in chat knows how crew battles work. Each character has 3, or each player has 3 stocks. When they defeat their opponent, they still have those amount of stocks they had left going into the next game. So basically, if you SD, that is a huge thing in this in a crew battle type of setup.
Yeah, and I mean, Gluto starting things off is maybe a little bit of a shock, but then again, get your feet wet, get yourself on the sticks over in Japan, get yourself situated with the lay of the land, as it were. Either that or you're starting things off because, oh my goodness me, Gluto seeding a stock early on is going to take a waft as a little bit of revenge, but as you mentioned, you did not want to lose that first stock. Certainly didn't want to lose the second. Gotcha P with a little bit of a parting shot before seeding their final stock. 28-27 is the score in favor of Team Shuton at the moment.
Yeah, and now, because unfortunately Gluto did lose that last stock kind of at the last minute, that means he goes into the next game with only 1 stock, which really doesn't benefit Wario at all, because Wario likes to play the long game, and he has to wait about 1.5 minutes to get his kind of trump card. So if the opponent can kill him in less than a minute, Wario becomes, in my opinion, like a subpar character.
Yes.
In my humble opinion.
No, I mean that is the trade-off that you get with someone like Glutonny. And when we were talking about the potential to open things up for individuals from Europe, I mean, I could just limit it to France, obviously, with Crepe Salé or someone like Oné or someone. And all
shout
these
out my boy Siski. Gotta shout out my boy Siski.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that's why you say Europe as a whole, because you have individuals like Siski who have been doing so well with Dark Samus, and I know that looking at your profile picture, I can see why you want to shout him out. I mean Siski. What else can you say about Siski but Bola? But obviously you have individuals like Tarek who would do so well in Germany. And yeah, and even actually, you want to talk about German or Samus reps? Talk a little bit about Quick, who was doing so well for the.
Goatiest of goats.
Hey, I knew when I started talking about Samus, I'd get your attention at least a little bit. But
I actually hate Samus though, but I do play her, so it is what it is.
I know. Yeah, you don't get to play that card, okay? I'm looking at your profile picture. It's a Dark Samus, okay? You don't get to.
I know. You ask anybody
I'm sorry
else
to do that to you.
I'm the Samus guy, unfortunately, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's these are the scars that have been born upon you by this this campy character.
Hey, that's just online. In person, Samus is less campy. We just use media a lot.
You don't get to say that. I got to see Icy Mist, so I am going to say
he is amazing.
And Icy Mist is a wonderful player and a wonderful person as well. I do get to talk my smack though. I'm just saying because Philly won that crew battle and Pittsburgh didn't. So Shuton and Miya, at the moment, there is a regional bias here. I will fully admit. Team Shuton is.
With the Shuton and Miya teams, even though they're the teams, because of the number of stocks, Shuton and Miya don't actually play. They're just like team captains. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I mean, unless one of them is just going to kind of sit around. So, I hope you like. Maybe Gact is the cheerleader. Who knows?
I don't know, but that'd be kind of messed up if like Gact it was like, okay, you're our last person, and it's Gact or somebody, and then Shuton's like, no, Gact, you suck. Let me sub in. Like that, the mental damage from that would be not okay. So. They assume that they're just gonna do the strategist role.
You could say that where like they're, and I do kind of wonder if it's different over in Japan where like they just want to be able to try, they want to be able to contribute to the team. But then there's also like the NA attitude where it's like, okay, so I'm not gonna play, whatever that means. I don't play and I get to go to Canes earlier or something like that. Like it really is a different approach to the game for. I would say for us over on the other side of the pond, but it does kind of depend, I guess, on an individual's mindset. How you want to approach a game, what sort of weight you put on a crew battle, and as Gluto discusses, I don't know, some sort of stratagem with their compatriot. Team Miya still has yet to decide on a counterpick. So as Gachapi sees the first
stood up. Okay, so Gact's coming up.
So it is Gact. As if I summoned him from the ether, up comes Gact, who, again, one of the premier players in the world, globally ranked. But it's not like Gact was ever a secret. It's been around for quite some time. And again, doing so with this Ness. I mean, Gact is a known quantity in every single bracket that he enters. You know he's going to be a problem, and you know exactly what you're getting with Gact, which is why if you have friends that are not watching this, tell them to wake up, tell them to get some coffee in them, do whatever you got to do, because this is going to be fun.
It is, absolutely. And so the goal that Gact obviously wants to do, he wants to come in, overwhelm Gluto, take his stock without losing any. So then Team Shuton will have to send out another person, and they will start 3 versus 3, and the stakes will be even again. But it's on Gact to be able to do that. Because, I mean, Ness, of course, it's kind of like a walking hitbox of a character. But if he gets Glutoed, especially one thing that could be in Gact's, I guess, not in Gact's favor, is Gluto is extremely good at edge guarding and footstools on top of that. So if he is able to edge guard Gact effectively, Gact can lose his stock so easily. And that's something that Ness is kind of known for, extremely strong, but does have a very exploitable recovery if you're able to knock the thunder away from them. And with that, we are getting into game 2 of the crew battle.
And I'm just going to say
it's 2 stocks, of course.
Yes. Yeah, no, but and I will say it's not like Gluto doesn't have any experience fighting against Ness. So this is something that is not out of the realm of possibility. Perhaps Gluto deals a stock on the way out. And as they do their countdown, we will get things started on Smashville. And interesting choice where you have, I'm guessing it's the losing team that decides to choose the stage. I mean, Smashville, you're basically stepping into the Pride FC ring, as it were. You are in there to knuck up, and Gag certainly no exception to that. But right now, it's getting tagged pretty hard, especially that back air to send him off stage. Being made to recover early on. This is not exactly where you want to be. That uppy trying to call out a jump, I think, on ledge, but Gluto is going to be made to pay for it with an even more percentage.
Yeah, and he only has 43 at this point, but considering we're almost up to a minute here, Gluto may be able to get a half waft or maybe a little bit stronger, unless Gact puts on a little bit more pressure. But with him only having 60, 65, can he get more? Okay, no. Glutonny escapes to the other side of the stage and then uses an up B. That was so cool, using the PK fire against the bike. I've never seen that before.
It's weird. Now, some of these interactions are just nutty, I have to say. And this is a matchup that you would see ever so slightly often in New Jersey, considering a Wario main over there, BD Bean, has gained quite a bit of prominence, has been ranked
I've
in
heard
that
name
card.
before.
Yeah. Look, the world knows of the BD Bean.
VGB.
We'll never downplay. We never downplay the beans over here. But
We never downplay the beans. We've got BD beans and maize beans.
you
And
already
we
know.
got
But
pairs as well, but not quite enough. With Glutonny having the good DI off the top, is the forward air enough? I don't think. Oh, that was so smart.
You knew it was coming. You knew. Like you have to go for it. And Team Shuton is able to part by taking 4 stocks. Gluto is able to take 4 stocks on the opening gambit, and that is exactly what you want from your opening guy. Maybe that was the plan all along. We know kind of what we're getting with Wario. We know they have the ability to take that stock at any time. Certainly, it's got to be good for 4. That's just really good strategy to start things off for Team Shuton.
Absolutely, that was so smart because Gluto knew at that point, I'm going to lose my stock. I'm going to, of course, get taken out. This is Gact, a world-class player. I only have 1 stock. There's no version of me winning this, especially since I already have 100% on me. Let me take this stock. Then, if I die, it's okay because I did my job. I defeated somebody and took 1 stock off the next person. So our team is technically in the lead. And that was exactly what he needed to do. So good stuff, Glutonny, for the quick thinking in order to use the waft at that time in order to steal, I could say, Gac's stock. And just one point about with, I don't know in NA, but in crew battles in Japan, there are no bans on stages and the newcomer picks the stage.
Okay, yeah. This is it makes you wonder if this is I don't really know if a stage selection would have even helped Gagged in that instance, because you're going in there to pile on damage. That is why you're on Smashville. You are there to fight. So you have to just kind of eat the damage that you're taking no matter what, because Wario does have really good combo starters, especially at those early and mid-range percentages. You are just going to have to eat those stray hits after as well. So you really were just kind of flipping a coin to see if you are able to move on without losing a stock. But then, alas, Gluto with the waft. You knew it was going to come at some point, Watson, and indeed it did blow up in Gact's face, quite literally in this instance.
Yeah, it was such a good move, and I know Gact wasn't expecting it either, because you could see he was on his way out there already to put out another forward air. Just at that point, it would have absolutely taken the stock. So the way Gluto used it, because of the armor on waft, he almost used it as kind of a counter, because it was very obvious. Gact, he said, I want to 3-stock you. I do not want you to take any of my stocks. So just that was fundies.com. There was nothing else other than that. That was extreme. I know so much about this game as a whole, and I know what I need to do in this situation.
Yeah, it was exactly what it needed to be. And as we move forward, Gact, I mean, maybe not an advantageous situation, but certainly not impossible as well. We have seen Gagged really turn it on and push pedal to metal, as it were, in situations such as these. But I mean, coming up on the other side, Team Shuton, though with a decisive advantage, cannot afford to get complacent, especially not at this stage of the proceedings. Where yeah, it's early on. Yeah, you can afford to make mistakes, but are mistakes really the sort of thing that you want to be pulling out against Gact of all players?
Oh, because he will capitalize on them every single time.
He's done it so many times before, Watson. It's honestly just because this is a character, obviously, like Ness. You can say what you will about Ness. Lord knows I do. But this is a character that, yeah, okay, that's fine. You can press every single button at once. You can do pretty much anything you want in the air in terms of offensive gambits. But at the same time, you have to be able to make things work. And here we are. It's Team Shuton pulling out a Game & Watch of their own and going with the Miya skin. I'm not really sure if this is considered bad mannerisms or if this is some sort of message that's being sent by Team Shuton, but nonetheless, it will be Gak that is having to face off against the Game & Watch. And here we go on Small Battlefield.
Not sure who this is, to be completely honest, because their name is just a value. And I don't know anybody who plays Game & Watch on the Shuton side. I know it's not Uame. I know it's not Godoka Tamapi. I wonder if this is maybe Fui. Fui or
be.
Mild NO, or Mild HO, because I don't recognize this player by their face.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, interesting deduction. But yeah, this is one of those characters. Maybe if you feel like DK doesn't do well in this matchup, then I don't know. It feels like a little bit of a. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is certainly playing like a pocket Game & Watch. I will give it that. And
Yeah.
if that's a little harsh, I do apologize. But nonetheless,
I mean,
it's
it is. But I agree with what you said. It's this player is obviously talented. They have their combos and everything down pat. But you're playing against Gact. I mean, this is not the time to put out a pocket in my complete. Especially because there's no game 2s, there's no game 3s. You have 3 stocks, and that's it.
So I mean, let's do a little theory crafting after this game goes off. But you do have this Game & Watch out here nonetheless, and doing well enough. You know exactly what Game & Watch is supposed to do, and in fact, is piling on a little bit of a comeback here, trying to maintain the advantage that was garnered for the players before. But Gak, again, so seasoned, so experienced, tagging on. I mean, it's just chip damage right now, but again, you know, you get that nickel and dime damage. You get enough nickel and dimes, you find yourself with $1 eventually. And this is one of those. Thank you. But no, it's one of those things where, again, the Game & Watch piling you up to 126%. You're getting into jab, getting knocked back, and you know that Game & Watch is the kind of character that can take advantage just with the stray hits, a stray hit off of Nair, no less, in the middle of the stage, above the stage. That is going to do it for your second stock.
And that's great that that whomever this is, I apologize to the player, but this Game & Watch, and that's great that they're able to get the stock off like that. But in order to do that, they had already lost 1 stock, so they are technically down in this game, and that's going to be the second stock there. So this is not the way you want this game to happen. But ultimately, if he beats Gact, it's kind of a job well done.
Yes, no, this is you were there to do a job, and the thing is, if you're at the very least keeping pace, then it's not exactly something that you can complain about. So Gact right now going to go with the up air strings. Goodness me, dude.
And he just SD'd.
Yeah. You know what? I think that is the exact sort of thing that you go for in a crew battle. That's what I'll say about that. So we are going to.
Also, at the same time, it's also the exact same thing. You do not go for it in a crew battle because of the risk, but you take those. And if it would have hit, that absolutely would have killed. There would have been no surviving that. So because of that, whomever this player is, they were able to win that, and they did their job technically. They defeated Gact, and if I'm not mistaken, the scores, no, they're not even because they only have one stock left. So the next person coming in will start with 3, and they will start with 1.
I have to say, and shout outs to the MC over there. So yeah, I know exactly how hard your job is, my man. So that is, it's a job that you have to be able to do pretty well. So you gotta have a little bit of charisma to do it. But we are going to go on again with this Game and Watch. Well, I mean, we could have done
Is that Motsunabe? I think that's Motsunabe on the mic, actually.
Oh, no way. Wait a second.
The charisma man himself. Yeah, that's Motsunabe. So he's probably talking shit, being realistic. So because that's what he does.
Yeah, is that what you're supposed to do? Like whenever you're a Falco, you're just like degenerate. You have to be able to.
No, that's literally just Motsunabe. Like one funny thing that he really does. I'm sure you know we have the local here, Smapa or Smash Party, which is probably the hardest local in the world, especially if it's right before a major.
You can make that argument.
One thing that Motsunabe will always do is after he plays, will immediately get on Twitch and like in the chat he'll be like, that Falco was genius, insane. It's like, dude, just stop. Stop, please stop. But it's so funny.
No, that's absolutely
good. Because he got off work and went straight there, so good for him doing the salary man and professional Smash Brothers player Limbo.
Yeah, that is not easy to do, especially in Japan, man. That's yeah, no, dude. Hey, not everyone can be a salary man, so that is remarkable and admirable. I definitely tip my cap, but I can't really do that because my headphones are over it right now. So we are going to see, yeah, and when you're getting that trash talk, it's just kind of picked up the mic and started gassing up the Game and Watch. So we were able to ascertain who the MC was, but you were talking about maybe this being Fui or Mild on the G&W, but it is still the same. Like the counter pick wound up working, it did its job, and that is just how Game and Watch works, is that he games and you watch.
Games and we watch. And then we got Ken coming up. So with Ken having as much experience as he does against Miya, I am assuming this may be a little bit tough for the opponent. And a random thing, at first, we all thought this was a 10 versus 10, but if you look at the top, it is 11 versus 11. So Miya and Shuton will be participating, apparently.
Okay.
So it's 33 stocks, not 30. I was bamboozled as well.
I mean, so it goes, but no, I mean, we have, because we were talking about Ken, who's been around long enough to be able to talk that smack. So you saw Motsunabe kind of looking away and laughing like, oh man, I can't believe I'm getting talked down to by this top player who's been around longer than I've been alive. This is, I mean, Ken, the Ken games, the thing is not exactly like, okay, it's Sonic in Smash Ultimate, fully aware, but also not exactly the character that you look at and say, oh, this is a, I mean, it's definitely the character that you associate with Ken. But Ken, maybe not so much. He is someone who has been taking this character to new heights ever since the game's start. I mean, we're talking about individuals who have been playing this character ever since Smash 4. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the old heads, you know, in the scene like 6WX or Supergirl Kells. People often forget that when Jackal first started, Jackal was a Sonic main in Smash 4. Yeah, indeed he was. No, he was. No, the Jackal Sonic is old Jersey lore. I can promise that. The guy got a 9. You got to do another one, man. You got to reset it. But yeah, no, you saw that reaction in the player cam. I know you did. It's just like,
Yeah,
of
he,
course.
oh no, I can't believe I wasted it, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I did a judgment and got a 9 because of course I did. So we're going to move
That's
forward in this Game& Watch with one stock going to try to take down, trying to take off at least a little bit from Ken, which is going to be so difficult considering how Ken is going to be able to control the pace of the game no matter what the Game & Watch does. You get to approach how you want. You get to shut off the offense however you wish. Even though Game & Watch obviously has some of the best options out of game, especially out of shield with that up B, frame 3, and you're able to clear your opponent off the stage. Like, you don't get to do much of anything in terms of controlling the offense aside from your but let's face it, it is a little bit of a flowchart combo tree that you have with Game & Watch, but it's one that you need to master in order to maximize your opportunities against Sonic.
absolutely. And unfortunately, a lot of the combos from Game & Watch don't work as well on Sonic because of the get out of jail free up B that Game & Watch also has. But it's just like, this is such a hard matchup for Game & Watch, especially not being the fastest character in the world. This player, they're opting to do forward airs and just letting Ken run into them, for lack of a better word. And there it is, the Maester true combo, up smash to up smash to up smash.
Yeah, just if when all else fails, go for the reads. And I do kind of wonder, like, yeah, no, but why do you think they go for the up smash as opposed to the down smash burial, which at the very least covers some grounding options? You're able to get that stock and then pop off on the player cam. You gotta love that from the up B.
The Nair? Okay. So gets the Nair to get off the top, but you know what? He took the stock off Pen, and you know what? Pen, even though he won, you could see he's not happy that he lost that stock. He wanted to go into the next game fresh. Now he can't. So good for them. Good for whomever that the unnamed Game & Watch player is, because they defeated Gact and took a stock off Ken, so they absolutely did their job.
Motonabe immediately just like goes to you already know Motonabe was popping off over that, but no, you saw that on the player cam where it was just like, yo, you were able to like, even after losing that final stock, you saw the fist bumps, you saw just a real expression of joy there from that individual. You gotta love the passion that they bring, even for something like a crew battle, which is a little silly, and obviously no one's taking this super seriously. But you know, it's still a crew battle. You're still battling for pride, and that is a big aspect of really any competitor, no matter where you are. It's like sometimes you're part of a thing, and you want to have your team be better than the other. Who cares what's at stake, really? As we
It's Uame, the Olimar GOAT, other than Shuton, of course. But that is Uame coming up. So it is a very, very extremely talented Olimar main. And lately, Ken has been struggling against Olimar against Shuton, and he's just been getting wrecked by Shuton. So this is a really smart pick coming in to choose Uame to basically say, hey, I know you have a bunch of trauma against Olimar right now, so here's a little bit more.
No, this is a mental test just as much as anything else. And the thing is, it was always going to be that no matter what, because you are fighting against Olimar. How patient do you think you have to be in order to make anything happen in this instance? This is, and again, you're talking about someone like Shuton, who you would think would be able to ascertain what good Olimar play is at this point. Certainly, I mean, and Uame hand-picked from the ground as if he were a purple Pikmin himself. You see Uame now going up against Ken. As you were able to correctly discern, Ken struggling against Olimar just a little bit, and so you have Shuton sending out the henchmen, sending out the. This really is like Toguro sending out their teammates in the tournament of death or something. And Uame has to now he has to face down Uame. It's like, you don't even get a shot at me. You get a shot at my little homie right here. I don't need to do nothing to you right now.
and he threw away a few of his Pikmin, so we'll be starting in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here they go.
And we get some more.
And so obviously in this matchup, basically Olimar can just throw Pikmin and say, I dare you to approach, while Sonic sits there and spin dashes. And it normally does not work out in Sonic's favor because, yeah, you can approach and break through the Pikmin, but you're going to take a whole bunch of damage while doing so.
Yeah, no, if those Pikmin latch on, and I understand it's hard to do so whenever you're spinning like crazy, but it's the only way that you can really keep Sonic still. And like even if you're not necessarily able to, you know what, just go for the F smash read. Why not? It's safe for absolutely no reason.
Why is that so safe?
Yeah, you know, look, I am nothing if not a man of the people, but Ken, right now, still trying to control the pace of the match, even though you do have a means to control the negative space in those Pikmin. If you are Uame, you're able to carry him up to the shortest ceiling in the competitive stage list in Pokemon Stadium 2, and you gotta think that there's going to be some shenaniganry that is taken off of that regard, as we are going to get an upbeat recovery to the center of the stage from Uame. Takes a few shots with the Pikmin at Ken, who's going to recover to the platform, and I do have to wonder, maybe going to the platform, it's always risky. Like, platforms are a hazard no matter what, but when you're getting your jumps from ledge called out like this, maybe you don't have a choice. You're getting caught so easily with the back airs.
That is not what you want to happen as Ken. You know he wanted that lead right off the bat, but Uame is just being so defensive. And, okay, tries to do the whistle, but Ken waited out. Really good stuff coming in from him on that. But the combo is started, and it ends at 16%. Is this going to be a forward throw? Yes, it is.
Yeah, now this is about what you wanted if you were Uame. You're hanging on for dear life to this stock. You're making them you work for it. And Uame obviously didn't want to lose that one. But then again, you can't exactly complain about anything right now. You have them up to 50%. You know that you have the means to. It's one of the few instances where the shoe is on the other foot for Sonic. You don't really get to control how this match goes. You have to actually turn yourself into. You have to start playing Sonic. You have to start avoiding obstacles all of a sudden. This is not what Sonic means have come to expect in the game of Smash.
True. Being fast is not enough in this matchup. You have to be fast and evasive, and apparently a little bit more tricky than just trying to throw out random up smashes, forward smashes. Okay, good parry, but gets the second and third hit on the jab, so Uame stays in disadvantage. But Uame's just doing so good at staying at just an arm's length away from Sonic, where a Pikmin will interrupt if he tries to rush in.
Yeah, and now that we're seeing that, it's this Pikmin at 50, Pikmin throwing Olimar at 76%, going to try to pile on.
The white connected? Okay, but he immediately knocked it off. Yeah, if you don't get that white off you immediately, that's going to be 20 or so percent on you. So good of Ken for the knowledge to get that off. Amazing DI going right up into the corner and staying away to avoid the up smash. But at this point, anything, especially if he's able to pull a blue, an up throw may almost kill at this percent.
That is true. No, you're kind of wondering.
There it is.
You do have that
for the back throw. I guess it wasn't enough.
You do have that short ceiling, and the blue has latched on, but to no avail. You're still having to take damage, but at 118, you're talking about throwing out random F smashes. Maybe this is where you do it. You're going to, it's going to get lost out on with that down smash, getting hit with the red Pikmin off to the side, and yeah, you got tagged up pretty hard, didn't you?
That was so good. Okay, so good stuff to Ken on that, but either way, Uame comes out on top, and he still has 2 stocks available, so that's really good for him going into the next game on whoever team Miya starts to shoot out. Let me see. I want to pull up the map again because I closed it because I'm an idiot. On the specific players.
It happens.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So considering we have Uame back down, on the Team Miya, we have Gachapi, who is already out, as well as the unnamed Game & Watch, who is already out. So we just kind of have to see who they're going to send out, and I really don't know. Because they have... Maybe they're going to send out Rimo. I could see them sending out Rimu. Okay, wait. That looks like Alice going up to the front.
I will offer a quick...
Alice.
Okay, so it is Alice. So Gachapi, Ken, and Gact have been taken out thus far, and we are going to see, well, the first of the Fire Emblem reps in this particular.
Unless he goes Kazuya.
This is true. Actually, that is a very real possibility. You know, something to break through the shenaniganry that Shuton offers. Why not just go ahead and punch them all in the face?
Oh, the camera's out. Uh-oh.
I do mean
there we go. We're back.
There we go. Okay. All right. We're good.
Honestly, in this matchup, considering how, and I may be eating my words, who knows, but considering how poor Roy's recovery is, even though he can rush down Olimar so that Olimar can't really do anything, I kind of see him going Kazuya. Just for the sake of, I'm going to overpower you with electrics, and because I'm so heavy, it doesn't matter how much damage I take from Pikmin.
That makes sense. No, we are, either way, we are in an instance where it's 30 stocks, and we have 9 seeded on the side of Team Miya compared to, what is it, 8 or 7 from Team Shuton?
Yes, Team Shuton, I believe, has 1 more than them, if I'm not mistaken. The numbers... Okay, sorry. They're right up there. It's 27 to 24. There we go. Numbers aren't in the actual score places. They're written next to the names. So, Team Shuton has 27 versus Team Miya having 24. So they're up basically an entire player, which means that I think they're actually incorrect. So if I'm not mistaken, Team Shuton should be 26, because Uame did lose a stock in the last game.
Wait,
With that, Team Miya is down basically an entire person.
No, it would have to be more than 24, because Gachapi, Ken, and Gak have already seeded the floor.
But we started with 33. Because it's 11. It's 11.
Oh, okay, no. You know what? That is my mistake. I saw 10 players, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, it's
that's at first we all thought, and it actually at the beginning where it says crew battle, it did have 10 versus 10. He is going the Roy. I will eat my words.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's 11 versus 11. So the initial starts were 33. Uame. There you go. Okay. Uame,
as long as the people know that it wasn't based on absolutely nothing, you know, that's all it was. But no, we are going to get Roy versus Olimar. Interesting dynamic in this matchup, and I was about to talk about the intricacies of it, but here comes Alice just kind of punching him in the face with the Sword of Seals, and all of a sudden I feel like strategy is maybe a little bit out the window, because Alice is going in swords blazing, as it were.
Absolutely. And when I said I didn't, although Roy does have a weak recovery in this matchup, it seems like Alice is just going off with the thought of, it's okay, you're not going to hit me off stage. Because he is just completely overpowering him when it comes to damage, but that up B could be a little bit risky, but Uame was not in a position to punish it.
Down
B through the stage? What was that? The down air? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's I was about to comment on that. It's just a little chancy, I would say, but then again, you don't exactly get to be the chosen Olimar on Team Shuton without being a little bit unorthodox, without doing some crazy stuff with this character. And staying alive at 134%. You have a chance to take this stock first, but you're getting hit with the weak hitbox on that sort of seals. You follow it up
Forward
with a
air,
strong
taking the
one
stock off
and
the weak
forward
side.
air. Yeah, forward air off of the right side of the stage, and all of a sudden, Team Shuton and very real risk of losing the advantage that they have in this thing.
Yeah, if Alice, I mean, he is at 125%, but Roy with rage is a very, very scary thing. And honestly, right now, a dancing blade at the ledge will probably take the stock, especially now being at 76. So it is on Alice to not lose his stock while simultaneously being able to take Guame's, but Guame gets him with the down air, which sends him off the side and not down.
Yeah, this is where things get a little precarious, isn't it? Because you're talking about someone who is going to be playing caution to the wind. You know that you don't necessarily need to preserve this stock. You just need to get damage. You need to make something interesting. And trying to do that chip damage with the first two hits of side B, I mean, whatever you can do to break through the defenses of Uame, you don't necessarily need to be defensive if you're the Olimar here. You can just kind of pile on damage and try to maximize things. But how many mistakes can you really frustrate Alice into is the question.
Yeah, the only good thing. Okay, well, he did get the F tilt off the side to take the stock, but at that percent, none of Roy's combos connect anymore, so he had to rely on basically just single hits, which, I mean, of course, if you're hitting with the hilt of the sword, Roy's single hits are plenty strong enough. But you could tell with Guame sitting at ledge like that, he was saying, please come here, let me back throw and just gimp you. Let me just steal your... I don't care if I die. Let me steal your stock. But
Yeah.
Alice came out on top. So good for them. And it is not... They're not completely down. They're not out, but they are only down one stock now, as opposed to before when they were down almost two.
Yeah, and I mean, the good thing is, if you are Team Miya, you are keeping pace. If nothing else, right? Like you're able to say this is a position where where I can succeed. You're maybe not having to hit the home run every time you're up at bat. No one's asking you to be Shohei Ohtani. You just got to be quick little contact hitter, base hit up the middle, maybe get a double. If you're in a chance to get to drive the run in, take that advantage, so be it. But right now you're trading punch for punch. It's a methodical way of going about things, and really,
Is that
it's
Red Out? No, that's mild HO.
Okay. So
Wait,
can you?
Wait. Don't quote me. I think it's mild HO, judging off his face. I think it's mild HO. Well,
And
no,
you said to
very,
quote
very
you
quick.
say.
Roy, but change your tag. I can't see. What is he choosing? He didn't make it. Okay, he didn't make that. Okay, he needs to make his tag. So here, while he's doing that, if you could excuse me for one moment, I'm going to use the restroom because I've drank a little bit too much water. So just please entertain us for a moment, Stu.
Absolutely. No. So, and you know what? That is a good reminder for you folks at home as well to stay hydrated. Make sure that you are good in this early morning cast. It is early morning here in the United States. It is about 7:20 here on the East Coast in Brooklyn, where I am temporarily. The full disclosure, this is the day of my brother's wedding, and I decided to wake up extremely early to do a cast. So I am just kind of vibing and trying not to wake my mom up on. It's like, she's got to worry about her one son. She doesn't need to worry about the other one, that kind of thing. So I'm just kind of vibing with y'all. And we thank you for doing so with us here on Twitch.tv/VGBootCamp, wherever you're watching from in the world. I mean, there's 2.4 billion English speakers on the planet Earth, to my knowledge. So wherever you may be, we certainly thank you for rocking out with us as we go to this next game here. We are getting the Byleth of Reno. Interestingly enough, a Fire Emblem crossover here between Reno and Alice. Team Shuton versus Team Miya. Relatively even match, though it is Team Shuton with an ever so slight advantage. see that advantage represented on the screen right now. It is exactly 1 stock. That advantage from the starter of Glutonny still proving to be effective, still proving to be relevant in this crew battle, where we are now 3 or 4 contestants deep on 4 contestants deep, I believe, on each side. Some good combatants still left in the tank as we are seeing these two cross blades on small battlefield. The back air from Roy, as we're going to see.
I'm back.
No,
The dancing
glad to
blade.
have you. And boom, just as you get back, Reno gets a stock taken off of them. Team Miya, all of a sudden with a chance to take a real lead in this one. This is the lead, in fact, to Alice, going absolutely insane, looking for Reno. Beautiful. Turning garbage into gold off stage with the up B, and that is exactly the sort of stop and momentum that you needed if you're Team Shuton. But Alice picking up as they left off. Just absolute carnage as soon as you sit down, Watson.
I know, it's insane. Got him with the Jair off the side. And I mean, honestly, that was good. That was good on Reno to put himself far enough away to where the up B would spike rather than grab ledge. But honestly, that's on Alice. Come on, man. You're playing Violet. You should know better.
No, you're absolutely right. But nevertheless, it is Team Miya who was able to almost bring things back into an advantage. But Reno, nonetheless, is getting tagged up quite a bit by Alice here.
Yeah, and just I'm honestly kind of surprised that they put Reno in this situation, because even though this matchup is technically even, if Violet starts getting overwhelmed, it is so hard to not just get your immediately run over like what happened in the first and almost in the second stock. So it is really on Reno to be able to defeat Alice, and there it is with the down air. Okay, wow. Awesome stuff. Really smart. Caught him slipping, and you can see Alice is not happy about that. So, and everybody's popping off for that. That was a really good, like, how awake are you kind of call out. So with that, they actually, Team Shuton goes up with that now. So Team Shuton they go into the next match with 1 stock. The only thing is, it doesn't matter who Team Miya sends out. At this point, Reno is locked in on Violet, because he also has a Sephiroth as well. But he is locked in on Violet. Once you choose your character, there's no changing.
Yeah, Reno was made to go with their main against Alice, just to try to quell a little bit of that momentum. And the key point in that matchup, probably when Alice is trying to continue that combo off stage, but you saw that up B come out and how quickly fortunes were reversed, Watson. That is just it's one of the reasons why Team Shuton is able to maintain a slight advantage in this one.
And that's my goat, Toriguri, coming up. So they said, okay, I know you're going to play Violet, so let me annoy you to death with a bunch of different projectiles that Banjo can throw out. Look at Toriguri. He's about to say, Banjo is my favorite character, and I love him so much. And Reno's nice too, but I'm going to beat him. I just translated that. I like how when I finished, it ended what he was saying. I can't hear him, so I wasn't actually translating for those of you at home. But so we've got Toriguri.
No, like, I was just about to make a note. Like, trash talk in Japan is so very different. Where it's just like, no, I believe in my ability and my ability to like beat this opponent who's in front of me, who I respect. And here in the West, it would just be like, all right, here's something about your mama. Like, it's just like,
it's Zomba on that one. Well, I'm obviously the best, kind of thing, right?
Something like that. It was like, dude, the thing is, like, oh, okay, yeah, Zomba, he's from Tri-State. In fact, right over the bridge from where I am in Brooklyn, he's from Staten Island. So you're talking about, no, yeah, he's obviously the best or something. That is not the most crazy thing I've heard from someone from Tri-State. Not even close. You don't understand how it is out here, man. Like, this is a circus, bro. You're just gonna have to take my word for it, or you can come out. I'm just saying.
I mean, my whole family's from up there. My family's from Newark, so
Oh, so you get it. You've
I get it. I get it.
I'm glad. No, I'm glad I don't have to explain nothing because we are starting off with this next game, and we're talking about Banjo versus Violet. It's not exactly meta, but what it is volatile. I would say you're talking about characters that can quickly turn the fortunes of a match like Violet, and then someone who wants to keep things steady and keep things at an even keel like Banjo. I don't know which way this goes.
Good thing for Toriguri, that was the soft hit of forward smash, so it did not kill, because even at 50%, that probably would have taken the stock if it was the strong hit, because that move is it's too strong for how easy it is to hit, in my honest opinion, and I used to play Violet. It's the back air. Okay, so Reno did his job and then some, because now the team is absolutely up. Because in theory, with Reno only having one stock, if he's able to take 2 stocks off Toriguri, this is going to be even better. But doing 1 stock, he technically did his job since he was able to defeat Alice in the last game.
And here now, Violet, trying to establish any sort of offensive advantage against this Banjo, who again wants to keep him out. But the good thing about Violet is that you can pile on the damage just with stray hits. You can do so relatively effectively. You can do chunks of 14-15% at a time. Certainly more if the Banjo is not cautious. But I don't think Toriguri has ever been accused of recklessness.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, he plays very calm and collected. Okay, with battle, Small Battlefield being the stage, Reno was able to recover, but either way, he gets him with the up tilt of all moves. And he was able to keep his 2 stocks while going into the next game.
So, yeah, that's a pretty good indicator of where your head is at. If you're Toriguri, I don't think Reno is going to seed with grace, and we will see what the counter pick is as we are reaching about the halfway point of this crew battle. I am wondering, Watson, if you are trying to counterpick Banjo specifically with the available character pool, what is it that you're picking? Because I'm not sure if the answer is entirely clear, but I do have one player in mind. Oh, well, looks like someone.
Well, they picked Motsunabe, so.
Okay.
Look at him, just getting off work in his suit that doesn't really fit that well, but it's okay. We are body positive here. Just needs longer sleeve.
I wasn't going to bring up the suit thing, but okay, bro.
Take it off, baby. There we go.
Oh man, jacket's coming off. He got the sleeves rolled up. Dog is ready to. Oh man. Yeah, he's ready to trade stocks, both at his day job and at the Smash tournament. Let's go, baby. Motsunabe, the Falco main. You know when the Falco main sews up in a suit and a shirt and tie? That's there's gonna be some devious stuff going on. But
yeah, there's about to be a bunch of up tilts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, interesting thing about this matchup is obviously one of Banjo's main combo starters is using the beans or the pellets, I don't even know what they're called, the projectile or the bomb as well, the egg bomb as well. What was that? Frame 1 reflector, which can be very, very useful in this matchup in order to just not let Banjo get in. And with Banjo being a midweight, it's the perfect size to get basically wrapped up in the Falco cutscene or the Falco blender, whatever you want to call it.
No, absolutely. You're getting the Falco cinematic universe in full effect here against someone like Banjo. But again, this is Tony Goody we're talking about. This is not
Absolutely.
exactly a rookie. This is someone who has had to face off against a few Falcos, especially over here. And I do believe that Karage is at this tournament. Will be in bracket tomorrow, or so my research has indicated. We're going to get the first appearance of FD, I believe, in this crew battle, as we are getting Banjo versus Falco here. Oh, who do you think this stage benefits? I mean, obviously this is the choice of Matsunabe. Is this just like you have nowhere to run, you are going to fight me, or is there something that Banjo can do here that can give him back the advantage?
Well, this is actually Motsanabe's stage pick, and I think the reason why he chose this stage is not so much that it benefits Falco. Of course, this is a good Falco stage because there's nowhere to run from the up tilt, just as you see there. But it's also that Banjo, as shown by Tortiguri a lot, has a lot of really good platform resets where he can hit you with Wonder Wing, and with this stage, that just becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, this is you can't exactly tee him up for your most powerful move, but if you're able to hit it raw, the psychic damage that you're able to do, and like that, you're able to get some shenaniganry at the ledge, just poking away with those down tilts. And maybe that's the difference, between these two characters. With Banjo, you are trying to do something concentrated with those down tilts. You're kind of fishing for
Is the
them.
taunt going to come out? Is the taunt? No taunt.
Yeah. Oh, you got Matsunabe playing with a little bit of sauce. You gotta love it. But that's Matsunabe, who's able to take a stock off of Toriguri, who's on their last one. Oh,
that shield is a little bit too small, but there is the Falco cutscene. That was a Falco improv scene more than anything. I don't think I've ever seen a combo connect like that in the down air. It is enough.
Matsunabe.
Okay, awesome stuff.
Okay. Hang on. Oh, what's he saying? Talk your stuff, Matsu. Talk your stuff.
He's saying you should probably play a better character. What is it, honey? What is it, honey? Sorry, my other cat Nacho was crying. What is it?
He said, "Get a job."
Sorry if you guys can hear that.
Matsunabe really said, "Get a job, bro. Get on LinkedIn. What are you doing? Come on."
I know, for real. Fun fact about these two, though, actually, at least according to their Twitter, Toriguri and Matsunabe both came here straight after work today. So shout out Japanese companies making you work on Saturday. I mean, I work at a Japanese company, but I was off today, so should work at a better company, maybe, who knows. But
dog, I'm saying, man, Japanese companies make you work on Saturday? That's nutty.
I don't know what kind of jobs they do, so maybe they have an off day during the week. Nothing against them, nothing against their companies, but all I know is I was off today.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, all we know is that
I'm sorry.
we never.
I'm sorry for anybody who can hear my cat, or maybe you're happy to hear it. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, look, ask your cat's opinion on the matchup. I'm down. That's
She doesn't like Banjo because Banjo looks like a dog, is what she said.
That is, you know what that says? That says.
And Falco's a pigeon, so that's her prey. So she was all for it.
Oh, gotcha. So you're able to, so she's able to just kind of chase it around the screen. And that's
exactly. As long as you don't get down there, you're fine. Yeah, there's no.
Yeah. Look, if
she talked a lot.
If you're getting down aired by a pigeon, you either have horrible luck or you are actually in Manhattan. So we are going to. It's different. Like I said, it's different out here.
Or you're pretty good, apparently, because that down air was able to take the game off them in a very convincing manner. And okay, so on Team Miya,
Falco hit him with the Tims though. That's crazy. You're right.
It hit him with the Tims. That's how you know it was a Brooklyn pigeon.
Respect this boot.
I'm talking.
Oh no, you already know.
I think this is Leaf. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Leaf, the Robin main. Like the premier Robin main throughout the entire world.
I think I saw Town and City, so you could.
Never mind. This is Shin. I lied through my teeth. This is Shin. So, and that makes sense for them to send this out. because this is notoriously a horrible matchup for Falco, and Matsunabe always complains about it on Twitter.
Oh man! So again, the head games that these crews are playing, I am really loving it. They're establishing a narrative. I would
Yeah.
say narrative through line, but Matsunabe can have a chance to really make this a one-sided affair if you are able to break through the wall, the icy cold wall that Ice Climber is able to put up in front of you. But yeah, the town and city pick, definitely I think would have suited Leaf if that were the case. But now that we're seeing ices, yeah, that makes sense as well.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, with how much Motsunabe hates, is the platform going to save him? No, it doesn't, because you could see Motsunabe was expecting them to go to the platform, so he was up there waiting, but Shin very intelligently went over that. And with how much Motsu hates this matchup, you know he's well practiced in it. Is she surviving? Nana is surviving. Okay, so we still have both ices coming in. That should be the stock, but amazing mash coming in from Motsunabe.
Okay, a little bit of chip damage there on the landing. But again, you're landing with buttons. You're leaving yourself awfully vulnerable. Is that the position you want to be in against Ices? It has not deterred Motsunabe yet. Is able to take a stock, and honestly, is making this look not as undoable as previously ascertained.
I know, but it is Motsunabe, so he will complain no matter what. But he is doing extremely well in this matchup. And to be honest, no offense against Shin, because Shin is obviously insanely good. There's another Ices player called Futari no Kiwami-a, and he kind of always has Motsunabe's number, and that's normally... So at that point, it's not even just the matchup being bad, it's like the player matchup being bad. Because of that, but either way, with Shin getting the up air off the top and now gaining the lead over Motsunabe, even though he started a stock down.
Yeah.
And there it is. Is it started? Is it enough? Ooh. There it is. See, that's why Motsunabe hates this matchup so much. You can see on his face, that's why he hates this matchup so much. That was an insane 0 to death coming in from Shin, and with that taking the advantage for Team Miya. Good stuff.
Why'd you have to cut to the crowd, man?
Because, I mean, to add insult to injury, and if you look on Shin's camera, you can see the guy, or he was laughing in the background, saying like, "Yep, this is Motsunabe's kryptonite."
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was always meant to do. This is why I'm here. But yeah, you're talking about maybe a chance to counterpick Ices. How do you do this?
Pick a sword character. I mean, that's all you can really do is like pick a sword character, and it's just on who are they going to let out to go. Okay, whoa, Godoka. Are they sending out Godoka, the goat?
This is kind of what it makes sense, because this is the sword's a little shorter. You still have that disjoint. You still have the ability to
the dagger, but
but look, hey, whatever works, right? But
yeah, I think it's more about movement, because Joker has the movement to be able to separate the two and get Nana off stage and kill her without Popo even being able to catch up. The only problem is a lot of Joker's combos get started with a grab, right? Grabs don't exactly work that well if you grab the wrong Ice Climber by mistake, because then you're getting hit from behind. So this is an interesting matchup, but again, before with the other Ices player, Futari no Kiwami-a, Godoka has a really good record on him, so maybe they're saying, okay, well, your good record against Ice Climbers can be translated against the Shin Ice Climber as well.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know, man. This is Ice Climbers is such a weird character for me. Like, it is so strange. It feels like whenever you see someone who's an Ices main, it's like, were you really that sure that you didn't want to play Smash, yet you're playing Smash? Like, Because, like, yes, obviously it's a character in the game, but the desyncs, like the things that you have to learn in order to really optimize this character, they feel so counter to the rest of what you're trying to do. It feels so specific. I'm not even convinced that you're playing the same game anymore. Like, people who make this work are nutty, and I have nothing but respect for them. That includes Big D over in Vancouver, but goodness me, you are doing some absolutely diabolical stuff in order to make this character work, and we'll have to see what diabolical things Godoka can do to put these ices out of commission for this crew battle. Still trying to maintain that lead. 18-17 is the score, but yeah, this is a character that can obviously nullify this is how you break the wall. You do it with speed, you do it with ground speed, which Joker is top 10 in terms of speed on flat ground, but also the ability to approach aerially, even just a little bit, right? You do have approach options. You have that KO option in Arsenless back air, and of course, when you build up that meter, your options grow several fold.
Absolutely. So yeah, when Big Brother comes in, of course, everything becomes 1.3% stronger. So it is a very good move to use. But with base Jokers, just speed. Godoka has already done such a good job of getting Nana separated and then hitting Popo away. Hasn't succeeded fully yet, and there is Big Brother right there. Is he able to get anything off of it? No, but he does make it put Popo in a position to where Nana cannot be saved, and gets the Goryo-kan off the side. Goryo-kan is the name for basically a random forward smash. So because it's like his specialty with Joker.
Oh, fair enough. So his specialty with Joker is what literally every Sonic does.
I mean, yeah, basically, but he does it with Joker, so it's cool. It's like
fair.
At least
fair
how I feel about it, at least.
I'm actually going to explain that to Yoda Cage, who's a Morton main over in Philadelphia. It's like, you're not cool just because that's safe, right? Like, but that's my homie, so I get to speak truth to him. It's anyone else who does it, I will fight you. Anyway, we have Arsene out, and yeah, you're talking about strength in numbers. Looks like this has just been evened up, and the gun is absolutely tormenting the Ice Climbers off the side. Shin is going to be made to fall, and all of a sudden, a 17-15 lead here. The team Shuton with a free stock advantage, a decisive advantage at this juncture, and yeah, now you see the crowd really responding to that one, and this was Godoka making a show of it. Sin not playing poorly, but yeah, the wall was very effectively. Oh, he's putting the moves on. Hang on a second.
He's going down.
My man was about to break out some "you got served" stuff right there, man. Holy smokes! Oh my!
About to be stomping the yard up in this, but one of the key points in that was right before. I
forgot about stomp the yard. I'm sorry.
May have been a good thing that you forgot about it, but I'm sorry I reminded you.
No, that was a reference for the culture. I'm not even mad, bro. That was
take those.
All right, yeah.
And
but please continue.
sorry. Yeah, one of the main points, I think basically the point when that game was lost for Shin is when Godoka was waiting on the platform and he Rebels guarded through all of jabs to get basically a full Arsene meter immediately, and that gave him the powered up gun, which made him so effectively able to edge guard Shin and get the stock incredibly early. They're just amazing stuff from Godoka. I mean, he's incredibly talented, one of the best Jokers in the world. Good stuff to him.
No, what we're seeing from Godoka, nothing short of impressive. I mean, this is a guy who, clearly little freewheeling, it seems like, is able to take things in stride. Not even facing the player cam right now. He's jaw jacking with the crowd, dude. It's like you still got a game to play, right? Like, dog, turn yourself around real fast. But again, this is Team Shuton with a decisive advantage thus far, able to and you really haven't broken into the meat of the team yet. Though I will say Godoka certainly proving proven themselves worthy of being among the best players in the world in recent months. But going up against some strong opposition here still left on Team Miya, as we are going to get the DK. Indeed, we were talking about them earlier. Yeah, Rariksu against Godoka. And the stage will be small battlefield.
The only thing about this with Radix versus a Joker player, well, with MK Leo in the past, in the game that he played against Leo, the game that Leo switched to Joker, Radix got 3-0'd. So if Godoka is kind of able to summon like the spirit of Leo in this could be very bad for Radix.
Yeah, this is makes you wonder. You know, it's a bit of revenge on the mind for all Joker mains. But then again, this is a DK that looks no discourse, and maybe this is a
amazing recovery.
Oh yeah. You know, DK has some very real weaknesses in this game, but gonna get hit with dash attack just a little bit, or that was a FL, excuse me. But as we're getting tagged up just a little too often for DK's comfort, that was a smart jump. You save your jump.
That was an incredibly smart jump. The throw off the side is going to get it. And see, in crew battle situations like this, that is why DK is so good, because DK can just steal stocks so incredibly early. That stock was at, what, 80% when he lost it? Just insanely early for any character to be losing their stock. So Radix is keeping up. Okay, gets kind of put in the Joker blender a little bit, but can he recover? Yes, he can, going over Joker very smartly.
Yeah, no, this is where we're thinking. I mean, this is where things get messy if you're DK. But wow, when you are able to fight against Arsene and get that grab off, it's one of the few things that's able to really nullify Arsene. You do want to fight it in a sense because it gets the meter to go away a little bit faster. 2 ding dongs, no, not at that percentage, but that's interesting little dynamic that's being presented here, because Radix is still trying to get this stock off. Godoka is not able to recover, and the response from the crowd after such a dominant showing against Shin, Godoka is made to cede all 3 stocks compared to Radix 1. And just like that, we have ourselves a little bit of a competition yet again. 15-14. That was a huge game from Radix.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about DK and crew battles. You can just steal stock so early that there's no game 2. So there's no, okay, let me adapt and just punish you for the stupid stuff you were doing. It's, oh, you stole that game from me and now it's over. One hope I do have, though, is that they send out mild HO so that it's a DK mirror, because that would be the hypest thing that they could possibly do.
Oh, yeah. The question is, though, do they pull the trigger on it?
I really hope they do, but I kind of don't see them doing it because of how volatile that would be. We'll just have to see who goes out now. And with it being DK obviously has a slew of bad matchups, and it looks like they are sending out Radu. So, yeah. Luigi versus DK. I can't really see that going good in any way, shape, or form for the DK.
Yeah, no, this is the sort of instance where you want Radu really cleaning up. And not only that, you have, this is like having a premier setup man in your bullpen, isn't it? Where you have Raru, who is able to take so many,
Wait. Is that Radu? Is that Tama P?
The thing is, you saw the Luigi hat and you assumed, right? And that might be Tama P.
But that was Godoka's hat and he gave it to him. So I don't know if that's Radu or if that's Tama P. It's a young Japanese dude and they all look the same, in my opinion, because it's 2 guys who I see all the time.
The thing is, you're also seeing the face be obscured because of the brim of the hat. So you weren't able to tell right away. Although I do think that Tama P.
Okay, wait, never mind. I think that is Radu. Same with
no, like,
Akola. Radu always wears a mask, so it's hard to tell who is who.
that is the trouble. Like, I understand. You're also talking like, I mean, Tama P. Well, we'll say, got to see him at Supernova. Incredibly talented player. The one set that we saw against Jackal, it hurt to watch Jackal lose that set in 5, but it was a very well played set. Tama P certainly earning that victory. But we're going to talk a little bit about Raru, who is coming off of a 3rd place finish at the most recent Sumabato. I believe still the leader in that Sumabato series that is being run. So not doing too poorly, although I will say Ashimo starting to breathe down their neck just a little bit. And of course, Akala with that 1st place finish, still present at Delta. So my knowledge, at least to believe. But we are seeing now Raru representing Team Shuton. No other labels on him right now, other than, well, this is just a really good Luigi who is about to potentially 0 to death him. Are we going to see the hammering spot
Double
dodge?
air dodge.
Goodness gracious.
Double spot dodge. If it works, it works.
I mean, just absolutely. And Raru proving their expertise at the ledge. How good is this guy at making you pay for getting sent off stage? The up smash to finish it off.
Can't believe that hit into the taunt.
This crew battle Raru is a different beast altogether, isn't it? So getting now the dash attack on the ledge. While you're falling, and okay, I'm liking it. Getting chops in, getting the down airs into stage, or at least that was the attempt.
Whoa.
Although
That was such a good bait. That was such a good bait.
Yeah, no, you gotta love it. Making them press all those buttons, and of course, all you need is one. If you are,
And he is out.
Yeah,
With DK's horrible vertical recovery, him going down that low was basically a death sentence. And with that, even though Rodix did do his job, he did incredible against Godoka and was able to get 1 stock off the young Radu. But with that, he is taken out, and Radu has 2 stocks going into whoever they send out next, which I can't really even think it will be anybody else other than Rimu, just for the sake of Min to push Luigi away. That's the only person who I can even imagine at this point.
No, that's about what I can gather as well. So, yeah, the Rimu is the expected pick. Raru, gotta say, man, that is a very talented Luigi. We've seen evidence of this all throughout the year, certainly, but most certainly at those tournaments being held every month in Osaka, Sumabato. Showing their worth. I believe won the 50th version of that 2 months ago, and showing out with a 3rd place finish over the past weekend, only losing to Ashimo in a very tight Game 5 set that went down to last stock. You got to think that Raru is coming into this thing with something to prove regardless, but you have someone who is such a good player, is going to make you pay at the ledge, does enough on flat ground to challenge just about anyone in Japan. You got to think that Raru is coming into this with something to prove, no matter what.
Absolutely. And they are getting their controller set up to get started on this. And actually looking at that, I do not think that's Rimu, because if I'm not mistaken, Rimu does wear glasses. So unless he's wearing contacts today, this may be a different player, in which it would be Leaf, because that is the only other player whose face I do not recognize.
I think that
off the top.
It is Leaf.
So it is Leaf. There we go. So yeah. Robin versus Luigi. So everybody get ready to make a clip of this, because this is the only time this match has ever been done.
I'm just going to say this. He just looks like a Robin main. I don't know. I think it's the hair.
It's the hair. I was about to say that. It's the hair. It's the stylish, nice-looking, silky smooth hair.
Yeah, no, maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know, but we've got some high stakes action. To go along with the high fashion, you gotta love it. And yeah, the tomes getting broken out. Luigi not needing tomes for their fireballs. I'm not sure how fair that is. Nonetheless, the straight trajectory maybe just a little bit more navigable than the trickery that Robin is going to be throwing out there, and making Raru navigate all throughout as those arc fires. Causing a little bit of trouble to the movement of Raru, who's having to approach and is being smacked away by that Levin sword with relative consistency. Although this is where you make your money right here, off ledge. Are you able to get back with the wind? Indeed you are. Levin sword not online. Just have to attack with your regular stupid sword that no one likes. That Levin sword is back.
Grab.
Yeah, and no, the grab game is going to be so big. Footstool on stage, because why not? And Team Shuton right now with a decisive advantage, but again, you never know how quickly that can change, especially with a player the quality of Leaf. Though
a character like Luigi.
Yeah, exactly. A character like Luigi, as you mentioned. The back air, almost sending him off the screen, but it goes across the stage. Sitting at 140, this is it was terrifying until you cleaned it up, and that's exactly what Leaf needed to do.
Yeah, amazing back air coming in. And I mean, that's one of the things about Robin, which makes this matchup, once you think about it, makes sense for a pick coming in from Team Miya, because basically at this point, you can just sit back with Robin and shoot all of your projectiles so that Luigi can't really approach. And then when Luigi does get close, hit them with one of Robin's extremely strong moves. And it's a play that makes sense. And it is showing right now with, well, it does answer back with the back air, but either way, Leaf having about 50% or 60% now up over on Raru.
Raru trying to hold on to this last stock at 64, but yeah, if you're able to get a little bit more, then I think that you're cooking. But Leaf has the right idea. You gotta make Raru approach. You gotta make him approach unsafely. This is how you've been getting most of your mileage throughout this game. And now you have him at 101. You're able to pile on so much extra damage just by virtue of having that Levin sword in your hand. And that's going to be it for the sword. But that's, again, at 150, 157 now. Looking for the Thunder to finish things off, but well air dodged by Raru, but you can only avoid things for so long. The Levin sword back with a fresh meter, and that is going to be it for Raru, who is going to cede the stage after that's it. That is going to be still a 3-stock lead for Team Shuton. No, wait, that's a 1-stock lead, excuse me. But
yeah, it'll only be a 1-stock at this point. But yeah, that was just a really good coming in from Leaf, and that was just a clinic on why Luigi is so bad against projectile characters. It's just you get pushed away and you're forced to basically come in with Luigi's not so fast running speed and poor aerial drift. So Luigi just basically gets taken for a ride. And with that last directional air dodge straight into the forward air from Leaf that sealed the stock, it just shows how Leaf knew exactly what he knew what to do. He knew the assignment.
Yeah, no, this is pretty dope. I have to say, what you've seen from Leaf, this is the best Robin in the world for a reason. This is someone that you hear gassed up all the time by Robin mains from all over. I happen to stay with a bunch of Robin mains. In fact, for Supernova, people from all over, and shout out to my boy Partisan, especially. But I do have to think, you see people like even the really good ones from America, like Synergy, for example, are going to talk up Leaf and really hold them to a high regard. And there is good reason, because for all the resource management that you have to do, for all of the you know, for all of the shortcomings that Robin does have, you know, for the discrepancy that you have to deal with. Oh my, wait a second.
Goat.
Hold on.
Send
Wait
it
a
out the
second.
captain.
Are we getting? Is this happening now?
Yeah, they said we don't have a good answer to Robin. Let's take him out. We need to get the lead back. And with Shuton being on the hot streak, with probably easily being top 5 in the world right now, they said, you know
Yes.
what? Let's just do it. And especially
Yeah.
with this, forward smash is going to kill so early off the side with this stage.
I mean, it feels a little early to be going to him, but then again, I mean, this is someone. Is it ever too early? You know, do you want to be
True.
saving
And I
this for
mean, they
the?
only have about 3 characters left as well. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 4, I believe it would be just based off of the math,
yeah.
but my math was wrong before this very day, so maybe this isn't the most reliable metric, Watson, as we go to Town and City. Hey, look, I'll admit when something is up, but Shuton right now, you got to think like this is a scary sight. If you are Leaf, no matter how celebrated a Robin main you are, you have to be ready with that shoulder button. And indeed, you were not. Shuton, making them pay at the ledge, and we know what kind of a monster he can be off stage.
Absolutely. Yeah. Immediately, well, almost unanswered with only 40%, took him up to 100%, and then got the stage spike. And Leaf, unfortunately, was not ready for the tech. And this may be another stock right now and gets him the same way.
Oh
And
my
he get
gosh.
back, amazing high recovery.
Shuton is making them swing at air. You're having a sword fight with your own demons, and Shuton able to get the grab forward throw. And you're just getting pieced up by this Olimar. I mean, this is the problem when you try to rush things against Olimar. They always make you pay. It's been that way ever since you've been fighting people like the Buzz, but Leaf is able to take a stock, and the fist pump, perhaps that is the extent of their contributions to this one. And
Great guy.
off stage, but the purple Pikmin at the ledge is going to do it. Yeah, well DI'd in order to make it back, but all that effort just to get hit with the purple Pikmin at the ledge, and we are going to get Leaf. Whatever it is, you made Shuton laugh, so that had to be it had to be worth some respect for sure. But Shuton, again, you're talking about someone who has been so good for so long, and how do you even counterpick against that? Surely they don't bring out Miya now, do they?
Looking at the maybe Akakitsu, the hero main, or I can't see them pulling out Rimu specifically for the reason that Rimu's 2 characters are Steve and Min Min, and with
Right.
Shuton having as much experience as he does with the top players in Japan, where there are a lot of Steves and there are a lot of Min Mins, I can't really see him pulling it out. But they do pick Rimu anyways. There he is, the glasses goat himself.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of makes you wonder because it's kind of like how earlier Pokemon used to be, where yeah, you can get cute with tight matchups. You can get cute with by saying, okay, well, I know I'm gonna pick this weaker psychic type because I know it goes well into fighting, or et cetera, et cetera. Or you can just say, screw it, I'm going to bulldoze you with Tauros. Like that's like there's no type shenaniganry. There's nothing like that. I'm just gonna go full power. And maybe that's the idea when you do eventually go with Miya. But I will say Rimu, not exactly a terrible choice. You do have again the character pool that you have looking to go at Min Min. I saw the cursor go towards it, and indeed that will be the case. So it will be a Min Min Olimar matchup here in the early morning hours and indeed evening over in Japan as we go to Hollow Bastion for this particular round.
Yeah, this stage pick makes so much sense coming from. I mean, I'm not a Min Min main, but coming from Min Min, that makes so much sense because with the position of the center platform and the height of it, you can just sit there and camp all day long and just shoot your arms out from either side. If they come from above you, hit them with an air or an up smash. Like, it is such a good minion stage. And unfortunately, though, Shuton is showing how well versed he is in this matchup with a quick 60% going in the favor of him over Remu.
And now, you see Shuton drifting away after the recovery. You know, this is one of those things where I can't really blame him for not wanting to interact with Min Min, because you do have those heavy hitting options, and all of them are just so safe. Like, what in the world? But Olimar seems like one of those characters that can actually counterplay them, especially when you get purple Pikmin, and especially when Min Min is off stage. Shuton showing no fear into the Remu specifically counterpick, you know, into this Olimar. Makes you wonder. I mean, yeah, Min Min obviously a good character, do a lot of things risk-free, more or less. But is this a chance? Is this a thing where Team Miya has perhaps outthought themselves?
True. I mean, and with Shuton being as good as he is, also with how much experience he has on Doremigi, this is showing to he's just basically. I mean, I don't want to say it like this, but he's basically just better player in this situation, because he is showing, I know what you're going to do, I know when you're going to do it, none of your options are going to work. And even though Shuton started off with 2 stocks, both of them are still remaining. I thought he would go for up throw in that, but I guess not. Huh.
This is yeah, this is where you're seeing the troublesome elements of Min Min come through, and it's a problem when you're having to fight up close. It's a problem when you're especially when you got a purple Pikmin in Olimar's hand. They are pretty free to swing at you, and even, you know, getting that shock damage from the yellow, you are able to take that stock. But at 160 whatever it was, that is a problem.
Absolutely. And now with Remu basically being on his last life, and the up smash is going to take it. The purple up smash obviously going to do that much damage and knockback, especially at 110%. So Shuton takes it convincingly over Remu, and Team Miya is kind of running out of options. It looks like at this point they only have, I think, Miya and Akakiksu left, because judging off just looking at the players, the Game & Watch who came out at first was Radixu, I believe.
Yeah. So it's so now we're seeing a pretty that was pretty decisive, I gotta say. So you gotta say that. Decisive. Yeah. No, look, I'm trying to be diplomatic here.
And there is Akahitsu.
Yeah. This is an interesting choice. They're really determined to not go to Miya until the very end. I kind of wonder. I mean, maybe you just. It's good to have faith in your peoples, right? Like, it's good to have faith in your team, but
absolutely, man,
you are really putting the pressure on Miya to be your anchor and to clean up whatever was. Whatever was sort of hanging around after Shuton eventually departs. And that is going to include, at the very least, Tama P. It's not an easy ask, and potentially a Steve in there. So I don't know.
That is not just a Steve. That is 33 Perrin Box, which is... Yeah. He is probably the number 2 or 3 Steve in the country at this point. He's very, very close to Akola in terms of talent with Steve. And on top of that, Fui, who is the Yoshi main, and he's been on a tear lately as well, with actually beating Akola as of late. And it's just...
True.
Shuton certainly has the cards, and Miya's team really has to make some amazing plays here, or they are going to be in a world of trouble, considering they are literally on their last 2 people and or legs.
Yeah, but either way, you mentioned it will be Akakikusu against Shuton. This is the proving ground. If nothing else, Team Shuton, or Shuton himself, down to their last stock. But this is... it's still going to be a problem. If you are able to take a stock off of Akakikusu. This is going to be... This is trouble. I still feel like I'm messing up that pronunciation. Akakikusu. Whatever. We'll
You
get
could just say Akakiksu. Just think of like Hicks is the last part.
Akakiksu. Yeah, no, you're right. Because, yeah, the U sound is a little... yeah, it's softer in Japanese. It's almost invisible, isn't it? But, no, but you're right. Akakiks is...
There we go. You can say it like that.
Yeah, and we'll figure it out.
We take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Akakiksu, he put out the reflector immediately to try and make, there it is again, to try and make basically that the Pikmin have no effect on him, because they aren't going to get really sent back to Olimar, but they will absolutely have no effect on him. So it's a really smart play and a really good reason to choose Hero in this matchup. But the percents are absolutely even right now, so you know it's going to be a lot of damage if Akakiksu loses this stock without getting Shutons. And he gets Zoom, of course, because he always does. And the back air!
No! He was ready for it.
No.
The zoom, the center stage. You always get it. That means Shuton always knows. That is a tough stock loss for Team Miya, but... They still got him at 103. What else can Shuton possibly do? Down smash. Putting Akakiksu into a really tight situation. Damage being piled on by that blue Pikmin. This is going as poorly as you can imagine for the hero main, as Shuton showing their prowess. You're talking about top 5 in the world. This is a top 5 performance right here, what you're seeing from Shuton.
Absolutely. And it honestly, and I mean understandably so, it seems like Akakiksu is panicking. Because the back air is going to take it. In that set, I think he wasn't really concerned about how much damage was being put on him, because it is a crew battle, and as long as you have your stock, you're fine. But he was kind of putting priority on, okay, even if the Pikmin is on me, I need to look at the menu right now. And with that, Shuton got him up to the percent at which he could easily lose the stock on his second, but luckily he was able to clutch it out with the back air to only lose one stock, in which you know he wanted to 3-stock Shuton in that game.
Yeah, for real. This is it's not exactly what you want if you're Akakiksu or if you're Team Miya, but oh my god, wait a second. Wait, whoa. Guys, what are we
I think this is Tama P, because I can't see them sending out Steve or 33 pair inbox right now, because hero is basically Steve's worst matchup other than like Cloud. So I can't see them sending out 33 pair on right now. But then again, sending out 33 pair on against Miya is extremely risky because of how good he is against Steve.
Yes. No, like this is someone who's gotten the #1 in the world at the expense of Steve. Yeah, I think it might be.
A lot of these young Japanese guys look so similar to each other. They all just look, I'm skinny and I have really nice hair. I think the Harambe shirt though. But,
it's the hair. No, like I was about to say, like, dude, you're absolutely looking at the hair. Like that's what that's where you're getting mixed. But no, the Akakiksu at the very least. Yeah, you got the you got that like part going on, man. I don't know what it is. Like that's one of those hairdos. Like if I tried it, I would just look like such a dork. Like, I don't know how people pull off the middle part, man. I tried to do it, and it looks weird.
Pulls it off. It looks great.
No, absolutely.
It makes it easily recognizable.
And you got the wings going. Dang, bro. Okay, you got a aura line. Like
he's got that aura on him. I remember I saw Akakiksu in a Smash party, and then I talked to him just for a few minutes. And I remember that night I got the Akakiksu follow on Twitter, and I was like, "Let's go." And I was super happy. Right. Okay, this is mild HO, so they haven't. Wait, what? Wait.
Hang on. Oh, and going with the...
Can't see what his tag is. The screen is too small. Who is this? Because I thought they already sent out mild HO.
You sure that wasn't parent box?
No, this is mild HO. You can see on his tag it says mild, or I can see on his tag it says mild.
Yeah.
I thought they already sent him out. I'm so confused.
Well, no,
I am
was
so
it
impressed.
was it Fui earlier than the Game and Watch? Oh my
If I'm
goodness
not,
gracious! No, that
no,
was
either.
the tag says mild, the gameplay says wild. I'm sorry, bro. We got to talk about this kid because yeah,
No, he's so good.
this is the sort of stuff that you're expecting from DK. Just absolute degeneracy, taking stocks in the most ignorant ways possible. Gotta love what you're seeing from Mild thus far, but the back throw is going to put him off stage. You know that's where you get in trouble as DK. We saw that earlier, unfortunately, with Radix getting taken for a ride by a few members of the opposing team. But yeah, like this advantage that Team Shuton has not relented, and certainly at the hands of Mild, it could become an insurmountable wall that is going to have to be climbed by this team.
Absolutely. At this point, though, Mild is just kind of sitting back, like the degenerate he is, just waiting. Please come to the top stage so I can ding dong you, please. But with that, he was just waiting. Hero became the best character in the game while he was waiting. And at this point, anything will kill, especially since there is Psych Up already on it, and there it is with the up smash.
This is where things get troublesome. And
he's only good if you use his advantage in the down.
Don't say DK's only anything. That's how you get Mild angry. That is going to be Akakiksu is able to get a stock off, but okay, MC's going to make him say something, which like, what can you possibly say that you can't already? Oh yeah, no, this is where
I got Shrek.
Yeah, we are going to get
got the
Miya
anchor
up
coming
here.
in now, with Miya being the anchor for Team Miya. I mean, it's to be expected. But he is the last player on the team, and he has to go through a slew of incredibly talented players. You know what? If Miya 8 stocks and kills everyone, he's the best in the world. I mean, I love Spargo, he's the GOAT. But if Miya is able to win this crew battle, he's the GOAT. There's no question. He is the ultimate GOAT right now.
I think you have to consider that, but we also have to consider what is left on the team. Okay, you know, DK versus Game & Watch. That seems a little self-explanatory. Game & Watch can control that pretty thoroughly. But then you're talking about Tama P. I mean, yeah, it's Game & Watch versus Bayo. You're not necessarily helpless if you're Game & Watch, but again, you can get taken for a ride pretty thoroughly by Tama P. Should that be the case? And then you're talking about
lost Tama P before.
Exactly. No, like this is someone who has beaten Miya and is capable of beating just about anyone in the world with Bayonetta. So it's not exactly a quote unquote losing matchup, although certainly you have your disadvantages. But again, you go up against Steve, you go up against Yoshi, perhaps. You don't know what exactly it's going to take to get the. You just know that it's going to require a Herculean effort one way or another, and it has to start here as the Nair has come out, and you're carrying this DK, trying to escort him to the other side as if you're Charon across the river Styx. The down, oh my gosh, the dash attacks, the sausages, the fish, everything, and the
zero to death.
This is what you needed. That's exactly what you needed if you're Miya.
I mean, but this is to be expected, though. And honestly, in crew battles as well, of course, Miya always plays, I don't want to say degenerate, but Miya always plays very, very well. But in crew battles, he will go for judge, he will go for nines, he does all of the degenerate stuff, and it will probably work in this crew battle if the Lord is on his side. And that is the game. Oh, he made it back. Amazing.
The thing is, like, Game & Watch is only boring if you let him be. Otherwise, this is the funniest character in the game. Like, far and away. Were you about to try to kill DK off a jab, bro? Come on. And that's going to get.
And the bank clear takes it. Yeah, that was basically a 0 to death with only 30% taking on it. So, yeah, just Miya playing extremely optimal. and just not letting DK do anything. That was just so sick.
I think now you got to stop playing around. You just got to send in Tama P. Because keep in mind, all you got to do is take 3 stocks, or at the very least weaken them up to where you can, like your team has the advantage. Like what you need to do, you just got to send in the demolitions expert right here. And that is what Bayonetta is ostensibly going to be. If you want to break through the sort of defensive counterpunching style of Game & Watch, you need to have someone who's going to come in with some of the most ignorant hitboxes in the game and try to carry them up to the top. You know, if you can get a ladder, all the better. I know that Game & Watch is light, but it's still not out of the realm of possibility. Tama P has the ability to do this, especially when you're talking about someone with as powerful of an up smash or an F smash as Bayonetta has. You can just read those.
As narrator, in the end, they did not send out Tama P. I don't think that's Tama P on the screen right now.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but Tama P has a little bit rounder face, if I'm not mistaken, and this player is obviously, he obviously eats his vegetables, and it is Fui. There we go. I was correct.
No, you're right. I do question the strategy.
This is not a horrible matchup. I see this.
I mean, it's not a horrible matchup.
As soon as Yoshi uses double jump armor, it's like, okay, the Game & Watch blender does not exist anymore. Unless you get down smashed at the end right there, but it is okay.
Yeah, but this is the thing, is like, I don't necessarily mind the matchup on paper. That's not my objection to this. My whole thing is, one, this Yoshi has not touched the ground. and number 2, you're talking about someone who has faced off against, you know, Yoshi Doros, faced off against Ron. You faced off against pretty much every single Yoshi that can be thought of. Certainly, like, you know, there are 2 Yoshis, I believe, in the top 8 of Sumabato last time, Yoshidora being among them. Like, this is someone who, like, Miya is familiar with this matchup. Maybe has a harder time against Bayonetta simply because of the lack of familiarity, but you're getting tagged up and taken for a ride. There's a chance it just ends here at the hands of Fui.
I know, and that would be amazing. And the up smash is not enough to take it, even with how light Game & Watch is. Great DI coming in, and also no rage on the side of Fui. But he is still getting things started. He's not completely down and out, only 30% on him, while Miya is basically at kill percent to most of Yoshi's moves now. So it is on Fui to basically not let Miya get a bunch of extra credit while he tries to get the stock off, but with that roll, it's very predictable what you're going to do.
I mean, the out of shield options are just too good. You cannot extend. But Miya is going to try to even things up at 118. You're going to have to rely on. I mean, the thing is, you saw the indication of such. Maybe you're relying on dash grab. Maybe you're relying on those hitboxes. Maybe you're relying on Nair to get a KO off of the side. Forward throw, not going to KO just yet. Miya hanging on at 161, and now you're going to have even more damage piled onto you. This is getting really out of hand for Team Shuton, and Miya eventually ceding a stock after taking 4, I believe it was. That is, this is what you needed if you're Team Miya, and this is kind of why I was looking at Tama P to maybe just try to clear things out for you. But if you're that dash attack doing some work, back air puts him off stage at 120, you utilize that double jump to make it back, and even then, like, again, Game & Watch out of shield, do not trifle with it. It's going to be the forward air that almost takes the stock.
Amazing DI.
Oh, Fui. All credit in the world to Fui, who has played relatively well, but is not showing up on the scoreboard at all. You're piling on that damage, but you're not getting the KOs. That is, believe me, as someone who played Yoshi, I get the struggle, but goodness me, you're talking about Miya. This is a different monster altogether, and you're going to get the KO off of the side with the forward air. The dinosaur tamed with the chair, and now we are at the terminus of this crew battle, Miya giving their team a chance.
he's already taken 5 stocks. That is so insane. He is absolutely the MVP. I mean, it's kind of to be expected at this point because
Yeah.
Miya is Miya, but he is absolutely without a doubt the MVP. And honestly, dependent on if Tamapi is able to connect his stuff, Miya could take this. Even though he is starting down 1 stock, if Tamapi is not able to connect all of his like side B combos, then this could absolutely be Miya's crew battle endgame to win, which would be insane.
I mean, Team Shuton has had the lead ever since the very beginning of this crew battle where Gluto was able to take 4 to start things off. So this is a real area of opportunity for Miya to show why they are considered to be among the best in the world. If you are able to clear off 8 stocks, it would be an unthinkable comeback. But I mean, we were writing this off as a foregone conclusion based off of some things, but I do think that it was a maybe a misstep in strategy that led us to this point. I still think you go to Tama P right after Mild gets taken off, which I mean, what Miya did with ease. I mean, that's just how the matchup works. It's DK versus Game & Watch. What are you going to do? But I kind of wonder maybe you go Tama P first and then you let Fui clean up the scraps. Although Fui did do well to take the 1 stock off of Miya, is still not nearly enough to get the job done. And now you're putting the pressure on the Bayonetta to really open up the Game & Watch and try to get him out of shield and try to keep him from shielding, because you get so much mileage just off of upbeat, just off of back air out of shield. All the things that you're able to do that are cancelable, all the things that you're able to do to keep him at range, the ability to keep him at ledge. I mean, if Tama P goes above ledge with their recovery at all, they're going to be met with that chair, with how quickly it comes out, how with the force that it hits with.
Absolutely. And
Mm.
but the only thing is, as Lima has and Tamapia showed it to us too, Lima has showed it to us against Miya as well. If you're able to read their SDI, there are 0 to deaths that Bayo can do against Game & Watch. And I have a feeling Tama P is going to be able to get 1-0 to death, and then after that, it's going to be nail and nail. And that's honestly my prediction for this. I don't think Miya has this. But then again, Miya's been in grand final situations more times than we can count. Tama P has only been in it a few times. So, will the pressure get to Tama P, or will he be able to play as effectively as he has in the past? We'll have to see in this last and final game of this crew battle.
And that is the sort of question. I mean, all in all, Fui was able to take a stock off of Miya. Will that perhaps be what makes the difference? Because now Miya still has to take 3 stocks off of one of the best Bayos in the world, probably the best. And you're talking about Miya cannot. You got to take 3. You can only afford to lose 1. And here we go with the end of this thing on Pokemon Stadium 2. Apropos as it may be, the crowd watching on, both in game and in real life, as Bayo and Game & Watch start the proceedings, a series of up airs. That's one of those things. We were talking a little bit about the ding dong earlier. I don't know if people missed the toot toot all that much, but that was one of the funnier things to happen in that game. Oh my God! No. You missed the tech check. You had the green light, and you didn't go. It's a disaster,
Miya
Watson.
got the 2-frame. He got the 2-frame, and he wasn't. And then Tama P was not ready for the tech, and that hurts. With Game & Watch only being 50%, and you immediately getting taken back to 50 at that. I lied. Miya has this. Unless Tama can get the stock almost immediately without getting taken up to kill percent, then yeah, this is probably going to be Miya's game.
Yeah, that is a rough way to have to do things. Missing out on
matches.
Yeah, you gotta love it. And the thing is, I don't blame him for going for the reads. I think that's a little bit of a risky situation to go for it in, but I get it. You're not exactly here to play it safe no more.
Is he making his
dash
back?
attack.
No, he's
No
not.
way. Miya.
Miya did this.
This is unthinkable what we're seeing right
I
now.
know.
Watson. I mean, what have we seen from Miya? The back air. We're taking it down to last stock.
Air,
Tama
okay.
P. Again, one of the best Bayos in the world. Game & Watch, and the singular Game & Watch that has brought this character to tournament victories multiple times over. Got the up B. The clash.
I will just say it's a good thing that Tama P started one stock up, because he basically gave that first stock away with missing the tech like that. And now he's already up to 70, 80, 90, and 10. And does he have an answer? He can't get anything started. Miya knows what to do in all of these situations.
And already at triple digits, looking for the up Bs. You can play it so safe if you're Miya. You can kind of put it in cruise control now. If you're Tama P, you have to put the pedal to the metal. You have nothing to do but put on damage, nothing to do but march, but you need to get back on stage to do it. Which time to recover? And that center
After
stage
which time
go.
works really well. It's not long enough to get any damage. It just basically makes it so he's able to get back safely.
Which is how you utilize it here, but the bomb. Miya did it!
Gosh!
Miya did it! Miya did it! Miya! All by
8
himself!
stocks. 8
Tama P!
stocks.
Tama P falls in despair. Miya facing the crowd, and what else can you say? This is Miya. He games, you watch.
That was so insane. I cannot believe that they sent out. I mean, I expected Miya to obviously do well because it's Miya. But to send him out as the anchor, and okay, here you have to defeat 3 people without even losing 3 stocks. Can you do it? Yeah, I got this. That is it. He lost 2 stocks, took 8. He is undoubtedly MVP of this, and because of him, his team won. So great stuff to him. That was so good.
I mean, having to erase the deficit that team Shuton had hoisted upon them is, you know, a task in of itself, because this was getting out of hand very, very quickly, and it was, you know, because of the efforts at the beginning of the set, right? That let them do so well. Certainly, those 4 stocks from Gluto. That set the pace early on for Team Shuton. You're talking about people who have been who were doing really well for them, like Godoka. Certainly, Mild came out of the gates really quickly. Reno putting out the fire that was Alice. But I mean, credit to Team Miya, the ability to keep pace during the middle part of that crew battle. I mean, even Gacha P being able to take 2 stocks off of Gluto was a big deal. And
Absolutely.
then you're talking about the efforts of Radix, you're talking about the efforts of Alice. I mean, how quickly did Alice come out of the gate? Goodness gracious. Ken, Toriguri, eventually, I mean, Shin did a really good job of slowing things down against Matsunabe and gave Team Miya a chance, but it looked hopeless at the very end because of some missteps on the side of Team Miya. But who else comes through? The skipper putting on a captain's performance, putting the team on their back, and taking 8 stocks from some of the best players that Japan has to offer. It's nothing short of impressive, Watson.
I know, it is kind of insane though. I mean, of course it was insane, like no question about it. But he was the captain, and he really was the captain. He's like, okay, thanks guys, I got it from here, and then just completely won when all looked lost for them, to be completely honest. The last anchor to take out 3 people was insane. And even though everybody did play well, and their game plans did seem relatively solid in of who to counterpick and who to choose against certain players, ultimately they forgot Team Miya has a Miya, and that was all they needed, because that was I just can't believe how insane that was. Taking 8 stocks. I think that may be the most ever taken in a crew battle, if not second. Because I remember a long time ago, Rafflo got like 9 stocks or 10 stocks or something, which is also insane.
Yes.
Like,
No,
if I'm not
there were.
mistaken, this is easily in the top 5 most stocks ever taken by one person in a crew battle. And it looks like they're telling everybody, okay, let's get together because we are finished.
Yeah, no, I do recall there was a collegiate crew battle that I commentated not too long ago where someone wound up taking 8 stocks to start things off. It was a particularly one-sided affair, I must say. But
Mm.
then again, you're talking about someone who is, I mean, again, that's collegiate crews, that's whatever. This is something with the entirety of Japan in attendance. So this is Miya showing why they are among the best in the world, and we are going to get photos of the victors and the participants. And indeed, they have the commentators for the Japanese crew signing off, and we want to thank our crew setting things up over in Japan as well, including our producer Watch. Arigato gozaimasu. Appreciate you, and of course my. I don't know how good my Japanese was. I'm sorry if that was bad.
I mean, said thank you. We take it. We in there. So
Yeah.
as Stu said, so watch.
I want to
Watch
thank
is
you
actually
too,
at the
Watson. Man,
venue
thank you for
us.
having me, man.
Oh
Thank
man,
you,
no,
thank you.
no problem. I mean, I'm just chilling at home right now, so it was easy for me. It was like, hey, can we commentate this tonight? It's like, yes, I can. So
Yeah,
no, this was great, and I'm really happy I was able to commentate this amazing crew battle with. And all of these players, I don't know if they're officially ranked, but all of them are easily top 100 Lumi rank in the world. Like, all these players are so incredibly talented in seeing the strategies they put forward and how they want to take on each specific match. It's just so interesting to see and can only make us all the more excited for tomorrow when all of these players duke it out at the actual Delta and not just at the pre-Delta crew battle.
No, you're absolutely right. It is going to be it's going to be a time. It's going to be something that I'm looking forward to watching to. And I will say something will have significantly changed by this time tomorrow. Maybe not just in the mindset of the victors of this crew battle, but also something pretty significant because today is the day of my brother's wedding. So I am doing this 9 hours before his ceremony. He's getting married today in Brooklyn. This is the whole reason I'm here. And I just wanted to say congratulations to my brother. If you all want to, go ahead and say, congratulations to my brother Price.
Congratulations.
Yeah, by all means do so. But I'm very glad that I was able to join you all here today for commentary for this crew battle. And yeah, thank you to VGBC for having me on. And yeah, all we ask you to do is to hit that heart to follow, subscribe if you're so inclined. If you think it's time, drop the prime. Anything that you can do to support Smash, both in the MDVA area where VGBootCamp originates from, or indeed the world over, is certainly appreciated. So with that, I think we are going to go out. Thank you so much for watching. For our producer Watch, and my co-commentator Watson, I'm Stu the announcer. Thank you very much, and until we meet again, happy smashing.
Thanks, guys, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for Delta. I believe the stream will start around 11 or 12 Japanese Standard Time, so just check the timing on Google and see when you can tune in, and we will be waiting there. Thanks, guys.
Take care.